101.9 KISW.
Speaking of Boston, you guys, sports fans, I assume.
Who's got the cup right now, huh? Not you.
Dude, seriously, can you guys stop winning championships? I mean,
You know it.
you know your little victory sent a city a little up north into a tailspin. They start burning the place down, right?
Wow, that was unbelievable, yeah.
Wait, what was that, Sully?
That's because they're Canadians.
I mean, seriously, I believe, I'm sure you guys know this. Patriots known for winning Super Bowls or whatever. The Patriots are the last major sports team in Boston to actually bring home a title.
Well, I'll tell you, the Celtics won it a few years back. The Red Sox took it after an 86-year curse.
The Revolution got in there.
Yeah, and now we got Boston taking the cup, man. And you know how much sweeter it is when you take it from a Canadian team, because that's their religion up there.
Yeah, it's like we're better at the thing you're best at.
Yeah, that's right.
So, being huge sports fans, did you guys get a chance to see the home run derby yesterday?
I didn't.
Robinson Cano beat out your boy Adrian Gonzalez in the finals. That's got to piss you off.
I really don't follow baseball that much. I keep an eye on it, but it's just something that I kind of, watch until football starts again.
Amen to that, dude.
It's like
I mean, the same thing.
Resolution.
Yeah.
NFL's coming to the agreement July 17th, I think.
Yeah, they say within a week or something they should have something, which is good news for everybody. Now, the Oracle, which came out last year, includes songs heard on KSW, such as Whiskey Hangover, which that's probably Nikki Sixx's favorite song, right?
No, Crying Like a Bitch would be.
Crying Like a Bitch is another song. Love, Hate, Sex, Pain, Saints and Sinners, all those played on KSW. Now, it took 4 years from Godsmack 4 to get to the Oracle. So, as far as a possible 6th album, is there a time frame, or are you guys even thinking that far ahead?
No, man, we're pretty much thinking about this tour. And then following this, we're going to try and get up to Canada for a couple weeks. Or we're going to get up to Canada. We haven't toured there properly in 5 or 6 years.
To Sully's dismay, probably.
What's the question?
Getting up to Canada?
Oh, we're going there, yeah. We're going right after this is over. We actually do a whole run across Canada, and then we do Alaska and possibly Japan and then Hawaii.
Oh, that doesn't suck. Hawaii, playing rock shows, being rock stars.
Looking forward to that one.
Now, you guys having already made a really strong name in the rock community, and, regardless of what anybody says, at the end of the day, 50 years from now, Godsmack will have made their name. Like, how long do you guys want to continue to crank out kick-ass records?
As long as people still love us. I mean, we'd love to do this for, 20 more years. We feel very blessed, to have this lifestyle and to be able to play music for a living. That's all we've wanted, him and I know, since we were 8 years old. So we're living the dream, man. It's as long as people want us, we'll be there.
Yeah, and you're in for a long haul too, Sully?
Yeah, I mean, I come in and out of different phases. There's times where I really don't like being out here, and there's other times where I love being out here. So if you want my honest opinion on that, I just play it year by year. I go album by album, and I see how I feel. And as long as I don't think I'll ever stop playing music. I don't know if I'll always tour, but I don't think I'll ever stop writing and performing and playing music. So it's hard to say, It's my body's still young and healthy, and I feel good about everything. So right now, yeah, I'm going to continue to do this for as long as I have the passion for it. But there will be a time in my life where I don't think I'm going to want to, be on the road all the time.
Yeah, well, that leads me to my next question. You branched out into the solo side project, and you got an album out called Avalon, correct? For people who haven't heard you branching off and doing your thing, what can they expect from what you've put out?
It's a very different record. It's almost in a world music kind of category. It was all done with hand drumming, pianos, cellos. I have a female vocalist on there with me. It's very eclectic. It's very tribal, and epic. And so it's a extreme detachment from anything I've ever written with Godsmack or any other kind of rock band. So I think if people pursue it and want to research it, just expect it not to be a rock record, because that's not what this is about. It's just a complete different side of me that I think people kind of know about me anyways because of songs like Voodoo and Serenity, and they've always kind of heard different textures like that even through Godsmack. This is that even deeper down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, I've heard it. It's very cool. How does it feel to perform outside of Godsmack? Is it a little weird at first, or take a little time to get used to, or did you just jump right into it and it felt like riding a bike, or what?
Yeah, well, the one that really got me was when I went out and did a solo tour by myself without a band. I just sat on a stool, performed some Godsmack songs, some covers, some originals, and I was kind of, you know, talking to people about my life, and it was almost like a storyteller's kind of evening. The first show that I did, I shit myself. I remember walking out on stage, and it was the first time I had gotten really nervous in a long time.
Because you didn't have your boys behind you.
Anything behind me, and I knew if I clunked, I clunked. And it was like one of those things I go, wow, what am I going to talk about for 90 minutes? What am I going to play? You know, how am I going to approach this whole evening? And I have no band to support this or anything. So that was a bit nerve-wracking. Once I got about 2 songs into it, it all went away, and it just became autopilot again. So, you know, bringing Avalon on the road was a little bit more simple because it's kind of what I love to do. I created a very theatrical show for it, and I feel like it's what I do best, is like producing a show, you know, creating video content, creating you know, seamless song transitions, and having it become really just a very visual kind of musical experience for people.
Yeah. Now, you know, the Godsmack album and your solo album came out relatively about the same time. Was that something that was like planned, or is just that's just both were done and it just so happened to land that way, or is that something you were kind of piggybacking Godsmack with the solo deal, or what was the thought behind that?
Yeah, the record was done way before Godsmack even started writing The Oracle. And I just kind of shelved it for a while. We were waiting for the right moment. I was trying to get it out much before Godsmack, thinking that I could get that out of the way before we start writing, so I could just focus on Godsmack. And then the label had different ideas, and it just kind of got jumbled around, and it got dropped where it got dropped. And there really wasn't much behind it from the label and that kind of stuff. Everything was kind of self-financed and produced and marketed through myself and my manager. So I was kind of left alone on this one, you know. But it was what it was. It came out when it came out, and yeah, I think for the most part, you know, I'm always going to be viewed as Sully from Godsmack to a certain degree. You know, until the solo career goes to another level or something, and then maybe at that point the name detaches a little bit. But, you know, listen, I've invested 16 years of my life into this band, and I'm very proud of it, and I love the guys in my band, and I love Godsmack. I love what we do. I love what we represent. And again, this is just a bit of freedom away from that. You know, when you eat chocolate ice cream all the time, you need vanilla once in a while.
Absolutely,
so
right.
It's important people understand that this is not a sign of the beginning of the end. I'm not trying to break up the band. I'm not leaving the band. It has nothing to do with that. It's just
trying a different avenue, or
trying. It's just expressing a different side of me creatively. That's all it is.
Yeah. Nice. Well, you know, Shannon, Sully, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time. I'm sure you guys are about to kick ass here at Mayhem, and yeah, good luck with the tour.
Appreciate it, buddy.